Clearfield is one of my favorite setups. The company manufactures fiber distribution systems, optical components, and related equipment. Volume was above average on Friday. Earnings doubling into 2022. 2023 looks pretty solid as well. Company has a growth rate of 57% and an EPS rating of 99. Accumulation distribution shows that institutions are picking up shares in Clearfield, while the weekly shows a pretty strong trend breaking out of a base 10 weeks ago. With the relative strength line at 99 and rising, some of the stocks in the group that need to be followed as well are listed here, with the company posting 10 solid consecutive beats in earnings. As volume continues to build from the March 2020 lows, looking for Clearfield to continue higher, with the company reporting the first week of November. We can see DQ with its strong earnings, 187% increase from 2021 into 2022. EPS rating of 99 with its relative strength rating of 81. Looking for a follow through as some of these Chinese stocks show up on many of our scans, like Pinduoduo. Looking for a follow through. Accumulation rating B+. That looks pretty good. Relative strength lines at 91. Earnings $3.08. 2023 $3.71 with a PE of 21 times. As Funko bounces, we're looking for this company that designs, manufactures, and distributes licensed pop culture products and its relative strength line to continue rising. $1.93 in earnings for the year, a 36% increase over 2021. We're looking for this accumulation distribution rating to start to bounce. Again, a lot of these stocks depend on the indices this week. Looking for a bounce off the 200 period moving average. It's a relatively inexpensive stock that might see 25 again in the short term, with earnings the first week of November. Shockwave Medical showed up on the relative strength scan. RS line is at 98. It does have earnings the first week of November. Good earnings compared to 2021 into 2022, $2.55 per share. Estimated to increase into 2023 as well. Also showing up on IBD's rising profit estimates scan. It does have an accumulation distribution rating of B-. I like to see anything above C and increasing. Shockwave, a stock that we've traded over the past couple of years, we're starting to see a setup that could follow through in the weeks ahead. The stock breaking out of a base 8 weeks ago, with companies that are in its group looking pretty strong, relative strength ratings of 90 or better. Look for some of these stocks to follow through as well. With earnings out in the second week of November, we're looking for a Shockwave to follow through along with some of its competitors. Sarepta also on the IBD 50. The stock in a flat base above the 50-day moving average closed at 110.54 on Friday, with its relative strength line climbing to 97 to end the week. The company develops RNA-based therapeutics and proprietary antisense technology to treat genetic diseases. We look for healthcare stocks to bounce this week to help Sarepta and Shockwave, among others, from the group. Additional stocks from the IBD 50 and MarketSmith Blue Dot scans. We have Vertex Pharmaceuticals showing relative strength last week. Relative strength line is at 96 as the stock completes a base just below 52-week highs. Company posting stellar earnings this year with an accumulation distribution rating of B, telling you that institutions are picking up and accumulating shares, with the company beating over the last 4 consecutive quarters. Only one miss back in September 21, with only 1 out of 13 earnings misses since 2019. A very large cup and handle pattern on the weekly time frame. Look for Vertex to continue and to break out above 300 over the next several weeks. World Wrestling Entertainment also popped up on the blue dot scan. We saw that with a relative strength line at 96, breaking above the 70 level last week, looking for a follow through. $2.53 in earnings for 2022, estimated to bring in $2.82 per share next year. Accumulation distribution rating, a nice solid B, showing institutions are accumulating shares of World Wrestling Entertainment, a stock showing relative strength while the markets are pulling back. Digi International manufactures connectivity, networking products, and devices for the telecommunications companies and internet service providers, a relatively inexpensive stock with its relative strength line at 98 and climbing. Volume was above average on Friday. It has earnings the second week of November, with estimated 2022 earnings of $1.62 per share and $1.93 for 2023. Another stock with an accumulation rating of A+, volume above average, telling you that institutions are accumulating shares. Digi with a growth rate of 50% on a relatively inexpensive stock, trading at $34.57 at the close on Friday. Volume was above average, looking for a follow-through in the weeks to come. Catalyst Pharmaceuticals, along with a few other names, looking for a follow-through this week. In the healthcare group, the stock has an accumulation distribution rating of B+, a EPS rating of 98, developing prescription drugs for neuromuscular and neurological diseases and disorders. Looking for this to get back above the 21-day in the short term. Ended the week at $12.83. Relative strength lines at 99. Looking for earnings to continue climbing into 2023. 85 cents per share estimated, a 21% improvement over 2022. The company has a growth rate of 54%, with most of its competitors posting RS ratings of 99. With a PE ratio of 17, not a bad stock if we can manage to get the indices to base and follow through in the next couple of weeks. Calix is a computer networking industry group name, provides broadband communications access systems to resident and business communications service providers, showing a flat base, very large cup, looking for a break above 62.67 in the short term, earnings increasing into 2023, accumulation distribution rating of A- with a relative strength line at 98 and climbing. Volume was above average on Friday. It does have earnings at the end of October. So once again, we'll look for the indices to point the way with stocks like Calix set up and ready to go. Okay, traders, that's going to do it for me. This is because of Vinny coming to you from theclosingprint.com with your weekend video newsletter for October the 2nd, 2022. We'll send out a watch list later tonight around 12 midnight on the East Coast, around 9 o'clock on the West Coast, so be sure to check that out. Again, bottom line, we're looking for the indices to bounce before we do anything this week. Tune in early on Monday and we'll let you know what we think the markets will do to start the week. Take care, have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.